You're entering CNBC TV 18's virus-free studio, powered by Century Laminates and Century Ply.
Good morning, you're watching Chartbusters, the show where we highlight the buzzing stocks of the day. I'm Mangalam Maloo. With me is Nigel D'Souza. Nigel, another day where the market's feeling a little tense right now, and there has been a big shakeout that we saw in the US as well, and that's reflecting in our markets. We saw a lower start, then there was some recovery, most of that courtesy Reliance. Thereafter, that's been sold into as well. And in times of this, the street is looking at defense plays, and that explains why we're seeing big moves coming by in a lot of these FMCG stocks, the likes of Nestle, etc., all of them holding out in the green.
All right, Mangalam, let's get straight then to our first management. We have Bharat Dynamics. That's the first stock on our radar. This is on the back of the government's move to divest stake in the company. Remember, the government has gone ahead and flexed that green shoe option as well. Now, the company is also in focus on the back of the government's push to, to boost the defense industry by focusing more on domestic production. To discuss what's the outlook from here on, we have Mr. Siddharth Mishra, the chairman and MD of the company, who joins in. Hi, Mr. Mishra. Thanks so much, sir, for waiting by and joining us on the show. Well, to get a couple of details going first, the government had announced these 101 items that there will be curbs on these items, defense items, that possibly could have been imported earlier. In that list, how many of Bharat Dynamics products do feature, and what kind of a benefit are you looking at?
Morning, gentlemen. In fact, as per the negative list which has been published, it includes around 101 items. In that, the major missile programs which are being mentioned will be handled by Bharat Dynamics Limited. The major part of this is Akash weapon systems, which is the short-range surface-to-air missiles. Not only that, government has also brought out that by early next year, they are going to come out with another list of negative list, which will include many more weapon systems also. Full weapon systems will be included in that. In fact, after the announcement of Government of India regarding Atmanirbhar Bharat, we have got a big boost in our production, in our capabilities, and not only that, we will get a lot of new orders from Government of India.
Got that.
And last month, during the Atmanirbhar Bharat, we have announced a lot of new things. For example, we are creating a seeker facility in our place, which we used to buy from outside, and by next year, early next year, our facility will be ready and we'll start manufacturing seekers within our premises. In addition to that, the warhead facilities are being created in our Bhanur unit.
Right.
So, a lot of things are being manufactured which used to be made outside.
Mr. Mishra?
In addition, if you know Yes.
Right, Mr. Mishra, we get that point that it is a great opportunity for you, but if you could give us some numbers, that'd be helpful. Of the 101 products that were put in the negative list, and among the 450 new products that you believe will come in the negative list, we had a word from HAL. They said the same as well. How much of those products, of the 101 products and the impending 450 products, how much of those products are made by Bharat Dynamics, and as a result of which, what is the incremental revenue in terms of numbers? If you could put some numbers up.
Okay. See, all types of missiles which are included in 101 list will be from Bharat Dynamics Limited. In addition, and recently we have come to quite close for getting the order for Akash weapon systems. So by year end, we are going to get a big order from Indian Army on 3rd and 4th Regiment of the Akash weapon system, and also the Astra air-to-air missiles which are going to come. So both including both Astra as well as Akash weapon system, we will get an order of almost 13,000 crores this year, and this will be coming by end of this year. We are at the advanced stage of order getting and approvals. In fact, for Astra, DAC has already gained clearance, and very soon we are going to get RFP for
All right, Mr. Mishra, so the sense that we get is that you stand to benefit because of these import restrictions that have been put on the 101 orders, and you're optimistic that by the end of this year, you'll have a huge order book. You know, you're expecting nearly around more than a 10,000 crore order run. Let's get some details, though, going in terms of what's happening right now. What is your current order book, if you could give us a sense on that? Your first quarter obviously was a washout, and you know, the majority of the nation was shut down. Last year you did around 3,000 crores. For this year, what kind of a revenue can you tell you know, your investors that you can achieve? Go ahead, sir.
Okay. See, right now we have got order book of 7,700 crores, out of which we have a major portion of surface-to-air missiles, then a few portions of torpedoes, and also certain portions of anti-tank guided missiles. These are the three major items which we are handling right now. And but yes, there was a serious setback to us also because of pandemic of COVID-19.
Yes.
We on first quarter we have not done well. In fact, even second quarter our production were not very smooth, but certainly it has come up to much better than the first quarter. But third and fourth quarter, I am very optimistic that we will be able to catch up. Though our growth will not be in two figures, but certainly we are trying to cross the last year's
3,000 crores,
revenue
sir?
from operation. That is around 3,095.
Got it.
Yeah, more than 3,000 crores we will be making this year also.
That is good enough.
And our profit margin will also be almost similar.
That is good enough, Mr. Mishra, because, you know, a lot of the street was expecting there would be a degrowth anywhere between 2,500 to 2,600 crores in terms of revenue for this year, and a dent in your profit margins as well. You alluded to the 13,000 crore in terms of orders, likely orders coming by the end of this year. How much has been your order inflow in this year so far? And this 13,000 crore, what's the likely execution time for this?
See, right now, this year we have got around 300 crores order.
Okay.
That is for our medium range SAM.
Okay.
But this 13,000 crore order which we'll be getting, we will be executing it in next 2 to 3 years maximum.
Oh.
And out of this, especially Astra system, we will be executing maximum next year. And but Akash weapon system will take some time because it's a major weapon. So it will take around 2 to 3 years.
Very quickly, sir, if you could tell us, Mr. Mishra, are you receiving your payments from the government? What is the current receivable position? And also, what is the current cash in the books? Very quickly.
See, we have a very good relation with our customer, and they have been releasing the payment as soon as it is due. Right now, our receivables are around 2,500 crores. But see, this is because we have not been able to dispatch our certain missiles which were manufactured during at the end of the last year's quarter, and because of the pandemic, the movements have been stopped. So this is going to start by next month onwards. So we will get the receivables. That is not an issue. And we have sufficient fund cash balance with us, and for operations, and in fact from last few years we have not borrowed fund for
What is the number?
So we have sufficient cash balance for running our show.
What's the number, Mr. Mishra?
Number, cash is around 300 crores.
All right, fair point. Thanks a lot for stopping by and giving us all those details. Wish you good luck for the remainder of this year, Mr. Mishra. With that, we'll step into a short break, come back. We talk about Reliance. That's Stockton's focus after Silver Lake invested almost $1 billion for about 1.